And we are back. And this is Average Joe saying that we are in Minecraft. Well, I don't have to say, but I'm gonna anyway, so yeah. What I'm doing here is setting up a Project E power flower feeder for our big reactor power station over here. We're gonna have a whole bunch of these relatively big ones to feed our factories here. So let's go here. One, two, three. Hold. Put a base there. Now, for Project E. Jeremy. Alright. Now, you have to start out with each three different items. Well, four different items. Have to start out with these energy collectors. Have to start out with the first version, which is glowstone, a diamond pile, a furnace, and some glass. You'll upgrade, getting to the Mark II with glowstone, a Mark I, and dark matter. Dark matter is alternus fuel and diamonds, which is easy to do, sorta. Put coal on a Mark I and let it sit there and transmute it into like 4 or 5 different things. Takes about probably 15 minutes to transport it into alternus fuel, which you get dark matter. And the final version of that is all the glowstone, because the first one is solar powered. Second one will give you the glowstone, which means it'll power itself without having the sun nearby. And the third one is unlimited power. It just keeps going and going and going and going, feeding itself forever because of the red matter. And the red matter is dark matter and alternus fuel. Easy peasy. Also, you'll need these antimatter relays, because that's part of the power flower mix. It's not a multi-block, but it's a pattern. And we'll set one of those up pretty soon. Start off with obsidian, diamond, glass, and of course, dark matter, and then red matter. Each one building upon itself. And then you'll also need one of these energy condensers, which is obsidian, alchemical chest, and diamond. Alchemical chest, it goes into these covariants, and each one of those is a different way to make. Wow, that's really simple. In the hardcore mode, it's a lot harder to make these. So let's see, what's the medium covariance? Redstone, iron. Okay, that's easy enough. And the high covariance, diamond and coal. Easy peasy rice or easy. Alright, stone and chest and iron. That's not that bad, really. But anyway, so now that we've defined those, let's go to the Mark IIIs, because we need an energy condenser Mark II for the center. That's our generator. It's kind of a cheat by some people's standards, because what it does is it duplicates items by using these. You see when I'm sitting here over the item, it's got an EMC value. The lower the EMC value, the faster that item can be created. So that's a lot of jargon for it's a duplication number. The higher the number, the harder it's going to be to make. Easy peasy. I'll build one of these power flowers and demonstrate this, of course. So we need some relay Mark IIIs. And all of this is based in the Project E. Their basic item is the Philosopher's Stone. And it can be made by redstone, glowstone, and diamond. The Philosopher's Stone has a couple of functions. It can transmute things from one to the other, and it can even change things like dirt into gravel. Dirt into gravel or sand, etc., etc. And I'll demonstrate that in another video. But anyway, we've got our basics here. So first things first, we have our base. It's all going to be surrounded by the energy collector. So, antimatter relay, make a little flower, pretty. First layer. Now, we need to put another one of these on top. Now, I had to learn this the hard way, but in order to put things on top without, going into the GUI, the visual representation that you can see on these things, like this, you sneak. So, sneak, sneak, sneak. and wrap that up with another layer of these. And in the center, we're going to have our energy condenser with another row of these. And that is our power flower generator. Now, I think I counted this right, but I think, yes, I did. I did. Yay! All right. Well, no. There. I want this to look like as it's just sort of hovering here with a glass ring. But we're using clear glass, so you can't really see the lines. Not very easily. But there. There we go. Now, to finish this off, to make it into a feeder, we need not what I have in my hot little hand. I need more warp ducts, because this is going to be our feeder. Plug you, one over, and dot. There. Now we've got ourselves a lovely little station. And we're just going to feed this an item. We're going to go yellorum. Big. No. Add big. We're just going to do one of those, because those things can be generated reasonably. Now, if you notice, this thing's doing a fancy dancy thing here. If you have any items in this section here, if the EMC value will be eaten up into this pile here, this meter. And once it's full, it'll generate over here. Now, with the pipe we've got on there, we can tell it to suck whatever's in this space and pump it into our other space, which is, for our purposes, the big reactor power station. So, with that continually powering, making itself, we'll just cover this in glass to make it pretty like. Also, the nice thing is this, aside from the glass bit, will also generate a little bit of light, so it'll keep the monsters away. Unless you surround it with other things, like I like to do to make it pretty like. But for now, we're just going to encase it in glass. Make it like as it was just hovering in the air, not having a care in the world. Now, I'm going to set up a whole bunch of these per each power station, because these I like to call feeders. This is an automation, simplistic automation thing. Now, we can use the automation we had upstairs to connect into here, because one of the items it generates is yellorum, which powers, which is the powering item for the big reactors. Big reactors is one of the best forms of power that I'm aware of. There are others out there, like draconic evolution, which I will eventually do some research and tell you guys how to do it once I get a better grasp on it. Because right now, I'm a dim bulb. I know nothing of what's going on there. But I will soon learn. I'm making these videos so people like you won't have to do the research and troll through all of the plotting that other people do, because they tend to always go on a random tangent. Now, one of the definitive sources for knowledge in Minecraft is Direwolf20. He has worked with a lot of these modders, and has even put his own stamp on it, if you will. But each one of these, yeah, that looks cool. Each one of his videos tends to go on for quite a while, and it's hard to get the actual important bits out of it. So I'm trying to do that very thing here by showing you and showing you the application. I'll show you some of the recipes, but I'll let you figure out most of that yourself. But I'm showing you the application for dummies like me to actually understand it. And on some of these videos, when I'm meandering like I am now, I'm going to try to remember, if I can remember to do it, to set up a little clip of you're gonna go, okay, skip the meandering, get to the actual important part. Warp. I need the warp. Item duct. There we go. Get this where we want it to be. Now I could make it look a little bit more simple, but right now we're just gonna leave it as is. And we're gonna continuate building our platform of power. Now if I did this right, I will have the proper spaces I need for the rest of this. Because the internal bits of this, you have to be a little specific on having proper spaces for the coolants. Because it's in every other block thing. And with an outer border. We're essentially making a giant bowl full of resident ender pools. So we're essentially making a power generator out of resident liquefied ender pearls. But we'll get to that probably in the next video. Because I'm still going to take a little while to set this up. Need the platform. Because the first step of any big reactor is setting up your block. Power block, if you will. Your base, your walls, your ceiling. Because each part of this has a piece to it. This is one of our first actual real multi-blocked items. This requires, I think, 7 or 8 pieces to make this thing whole. Once we get it right, the outer walls of this will change. And we'll show you that as soon as we finish it. This will be the first one. I'll make a bunch of these others for each one of the platforms I've made so far. But we're also going to use the ProjectE to help feed these things in. And eventually, after the setting up of power, we're going to get to barrel recipes to create other items from other items. To continue down the something from nothing idea of ex nihilo. No, whoa, no. I did not want to do that. Okay, fine. Well, let's do it the easy way. Come on. I did not want to do that. Oh, that's interesting. What I thought was interesting is one of the mods gives us these little things down here. Which is... oh, I need to turn that off. Yeah. Should be a relic. A ruin, if you will. Don't know what's in it, but... oh, random stuff. Yay! Random stuff. Ooh, compass. But yeah, relics have stuff in them, and oftentimes I think these relics are like mini dungeons. Because I just saw fire down there. It shouldn't have been there, but okay, well, enough of that. We're back to what we need to do. But anyway, yeah, this episode will be our Power Flower knowledge base. Now, by now, that Power Flower should have a whole bunch of alarm generated. Because as you saw, we only had 2 pieces that we started this out with. Get down there. Give me... there. See? And it's happily chugging away. And eventually we'll have a use for it. I missed my target. Boop. Yeah. But anyway, I will finish... hello, what are you? Cool, but later. But yeah, anyway, if you like what you saw, hit that like button. If you liked you like it even better, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments too what you think. Maybe you can even give me suggestions on what to build, other things to build in my series of automation. And perhaps even you can tell me a thing or two about, say, Draconic Evolution or Ender IO. Some ways to finesse things better. Because I found a way that works reasonably. But I tend to have a bad habit of My brother's these servers here. My brother sets them up, and I have always a way of breaking them by overloading their system with tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff. Now we're just gonna go Reactor class on this one, just for grins and giggles. But anyway, yeah, this is Average Joe saying TTFN, and I will see you after these messages. Ta ta.